Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariah. If you're new here, feel free to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like. It really supports my channel, and I just want to be sure that this information gets out and is able to help as many people as possible. Today we're going to be doing my quick 5-minute makeup look for the girl who's always running late, aka me. I'm always running late. It doesn't matter if I have 3 hours to get ready to go somewhere or if I literally only have 5 minutes. Somehow I manage to just always be late. So I've gotten really good at doing my makeup really fast. So I've already washed my face, gonna figure out what to do with this hair afterwards, but I just want to bring you guys along to see what a really quick face looks like. So I am pretty blind. I can see what's going on around me, but it's really hard to put makeup on with glasses on, so I'm gonna take these off and do my very best for you guys. So the first thing I'm starting with is this Intensive Renewal Serum. It's from Arbonne, and what I like about this is that honestly right now I live somewhere really freaking dry, and this is like the most nutritious thing ever for my skin. I find that it really helps hydrate my skin without making me oily, and I know that it's filled with essentially like a superfood cocktail of botanicals and really nice ingredients, and it smells kind of like vitamin C and flowers, which I guess you would sort of, vitamin C, I meant citrus. It smells kind of like citrusy and floral, which you would expect because it really is actually made from botanicals. So yeah, I like this because it's natural, there's no artificial chemicals or fragrances or any of that kind of stuff in it, and so it's hydrating without making me oily, as well as like actually good for my overall pH of my skin and helping it stay clear even on days like today when I haven't been using it for a while. I haven't been taking the best care of my inner self, and my skin is showing that, and so that's a really good thing to help really bring my skin back to its prime. So the other thing I'm going to use before I get to the makeup part is this eye gel, and this one is also from Arbonne, so similar, well not similar, exact same ingredient policy as far as no BS ingredients, and this is actually from their hydrating line. So this one, obviously as an eye gel, you probably can't see it, but it has these little like sparkly opalescent bits in there, and those are amazing for people with dark under eye circles. And so as you can probably imagine, essentially what it does is it helps reflect the light to make your under eye circles not look so dark, and then it also hydrates that area to help make sure that you are supporting the whole entire eye area, because when this area gets dehydrated, it's really easy for the skin to just wrinkle. It's basically like anything else that you would imagine drying up, how it just kind of like shrivels, like that's literally what's happening with our eyes. You always want to use your ring finger around your eyes because it is the most weak finger, and that eye area is really delicate, and so you just never want to like rub your eyes really hard or poke them or anything like that, like this whole area. So that just encourages wrinkles, which I don't think any of us want. So the way that I'm going about this 5-minute makeup routine is actually from a set that's on Arbonne's website called, I think, like Get Ready in 5 or Ready in 5 or something like that. So it's literally 5 products. The first one is CC cream. The next one is a blush. The next one, I'm just making up the order here, doesn't really matter. The next one is a brow pencil. Couldn't remember the word there. Next one is mascara, and the last one is a lip gloss. So on the website you actually get to pick like all of the colors for all of these, which is really freaking cool. Also, it's like $100 total for all of this, which I think is mind-blowing, because if you go to like Sephora or Ulta, one, you're not really sure what ingredients are in there. A lot of times when I used things from Sephora and Ulta growing up, it would make me break out really bad, or it would just make my skin really red and inflamed. But I was dumb back then and didn't really take that to mean like, oh, my skin really doesn't like something in this. I just thought like, wow, my skin really doesn't like makeup. That sucks. I'll just keep putting more makeup on to cover up the fact that my skin really doesn't like makeup. Doesn't work that way. You gotta figure out why your skin's doing that. So the first step that I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna mix the CC cream with this hydrating dew cream. Again, all this is from Arbonne, and the reason I only use Arbonne stuff is because of that ingredient policy, because it doesn't make my skin red and inflamed and break out, and it's actually really nutritious stuff. So that makes my inner health coach nerd very happy. So like I said, this one's just hydrating dew cream from the Prep Work range. It's the only orange one on the website, so should be easy to find if you're looking for it. And then this one's the CC cream. So there's actually 2 different CC creams, and I honestly can't remember which one comes in that set or if you get to choose. But basically this one that I have is just the regular one. If you guys have used a BB cream, it's very similar. It is like a 10-in-1 product. So of course I don't remember what all 10 things are, but it's meant to be like a primer. I think it is meant to be like primer, toner, obviously a little bit of foundation. This one doesn't have SPF in it, There's another one that's called, it's CC cream, but it's pollution defense, and that one actually does have SPF in it. Again, it's a mineral-based SPF, so it's not the like fake chemicals that get put in a lot of regular, really cheap sunscreens out there. And something that I just found really interesting recently is that my boyfriend's mom had to get a bunch of spots removed, and they own a farm. They are always outside 24/7, has been her entire life. Like, she literally spends all day, every day outside. And this last summer was the first time that she actually used sunscreen. She said that she's never really used it before. She just didn't really see much of a purpose to it because, you know, they're country folks. They just do things their own way. Anyway, so this was the first year she used sunscreen, and this is the first year she had to get a bunch of like sunspots removed, you know, because they may have been cancerous. And it's just interesting, even though nothing at all against like city folk or country folks, you know, I'm from the country, but you know, even with their perspective of life of just like, oh, you know, just do your best to get by, like, you don't have to go over the top, you don't have to buy a lot of extra things, you don't have to like go over the top to take care of yourself. Even her and I were talking about it, and she was saying that it's pretty strange that the 1 year she uses sunscreen, she actually has these skin problems, and basically our conversation led to, you know, the things that are in our products aren't always necessarily the healthiest for us, and they can actually lead to more problems because we're not trained to know what's in them, and I don't think that we should have to know what's in them, but you know, our economy or whatever you want to call it has gotten to a point where you kind of have to look into it yourself, or else just blindly suffer with the consequences of whatever it is. So long story short, the SPF that is in all of Arbonne's products, so they only have a couple things with SPF in them, but it's not stuff that's going to make you get cancer, so that's why I love it. I need to put on my glasses really quick to see if I actually covered my skin decently or not there. Ooh, I did a pretty good job. I need a little bit more under here. So the reason that I mix these two together is because I'm a baby when it comes to makeup, and I think because I used to wear so much, now anytime that I wear makeup, I'm like, I want to wear as little as possible. Like, I feel like my skin is pretty good compared to where it came from. If I can find a good picture, I will put it in here for you guys. But I just like to be able to let my skin breathe and be open and clear, and so Arbonne, all of our own makeup and foundation actually is really light and just feels like lotion. It doesn't feel like you're wearing big, thick, heavy makeup. But the reason I mix these two is just to make the CC cream, which is already, you know, just like a tinted moisturizer type thing. It's a bit heavier than that. As far as coverage, it's a bit heavier than that. But I like to just make it as light as possible. Makes me really happy. So I'm just blending this in her. Yeah, lazy girl hack. I just use my fingers because it's easy, it's quick, it's efficient, and you know, I just rub it into my hands when I'm done. Don't have to do anything crazy. If I have any speckles, you know, on my face from picking at it, because let's be honest, I do that. I don't know if everyone else in the world does that, but I do that. So I literally, like, hopefully you can see that there's a tiny bit just like, oh, it went back in, sticking out of the end there. I literally just like tap that with this foundation brush. And then I just tap it and press it in to the spots where I have spots, to the places that need extra coverage. And the reason you want to press the foundation into the skin is because anytime that you are applying makeup or eyeshadow or anything, if you are like swiping it, it's really just moving it around. It's not actually putting it in place and making it making it stay there. You guys can probably see better in the camera than I can right now. So I'm just doing my best, okay? So yes, in case you haven't already figured it out, I basically use this CC cream both as a foundation and a concealer, which I think really helps as far as the whole like efficient and quick side of things goes. Keeps it speedy. Okay, so next we're going to use the blush. So fun fact, the brush that I just used, this little foundation one, it's from Arbonne, so it's also vegan, cruelty-free. None of this has ever been tested on animals. They've been around for 40 years, so yeah, it's a pretty legitimate company, and they've been doing that the entire time. They didn't just recently like stop testing on animals because that was the trendy thing to do. They haven't ever tested on animals, so I'm just really proud of them for leading the way like that for a company that has been around since the 80s. So this blush color is called Ballet. Show you guys, see if you can get an accurate color there. This one is a very light blush, light pink. When I first got this one, most of the time I was extremely pale, and so that's why I went with such a light blush. Even now I'm a bit more tan than I usually am, so it's kind of fun. Again, see, I'm pushing it into the skin. And yeah, that's how I clean it. Okay, Next, we're gonna do brows. And so I actually love this because on one end, you've got the actual pencil itself. And on the other end, you've got this brush, which I think of kind of like a mascara brush, like to really help separate the little strands in the brows and like move them how you want them to be. I have pretty like sparse, how do you actually say that word? I don't know. But I don't have super full brows, and so I like that there's a brush on this because I can kind of separate my brows out in a way that makes it seem like I have more brows than I do. See, I just got like this big fat gap right in the middle. And this side, kind of like on top, it just starts like fading out. It's like, bye, see ya. Don't want to be here anymore. So the color is actually rubbed off of here. I believe it's the lightest one. It's either the medium one or the lightest one. There's only 3 colors, I believe, on the website. There's like a light, medium, and dark, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you can probably figure that one out for yourself. I'm gonna use a little tiny baby mirror because this is way too hard to do the other way. The other thing I actually really like about this brush is that I can then go over my brows again afterwards, and it really softens up all of the marks I just made. So I feel like it makes it look a bit more realistic and not just like I have super smudgy eyebrows. Maybe one day that will be the trend. Smudged eyebrows. Alrighty, next step is our mascara. So these babies are gonna unfortunately have to come off of my face. And yeah, I'm gonna use this little fun thing again. This is actually the bronzer from Arbonne, and I've literally had this for 4 years, and this is how far down I've gotten on it, so it's lasted a very long time. So this is the Speak Volumes mascara from Arbonne, and this is actually one of their newest ones, and I really like it a lot. One, because it's just amazing. So they have 2. There's another mascara, and both of them actually have a lot of conditioning ingredients in them to help your own lashes grow, and so that's one of the craziest things that I noticed when I first started using this mascara about 4.5 years ago, is that my eyelashes started growing like crazy, and not just like that they were growing longer, but like I had more eyelashes, and I think that whatever's in it just really helps with like overall eyelash health. Who knew that was something I needed? I actually think, especially for people who get their eyelashes done, who get like the extensions, using this mascara would be so helpful, just to help maybe like in between treatments, because I'm not sure if you're supposed to wear mascara when you have lashes. I feel like you're not supposed to, but this would really help the health of your eyelashes continue to like grow and continue to be strong enough to actually hold those extensions on. So hopefully you guys can see how awesome this mascara is. Oh, my eye's getting dry from holding it open for a long time. This is so awkward. Huh. So the difference between this mascara and the other one is mostly about lengthening the lashes, and this one is all about volume. It actually does both volume as far as like, you know, each making it look like you've got more lashes overall on your eyelid, but also boosting up that length. And I think those are like the 2 things we all want, right? So actually, before I started on this side, I was gonna say the thing that I love about this is that just with one layer, it makes such a big difference, and it doesn't go all clumpy and gross like a lot of mascaras that brag about, like, you know, having amazing volume and amazing length and everything. I feel like when you use those ones, they just get super chunky and gross looking. Alright, there's mascara done. Okay, I'm looking more and more human every moment here. This is fun. So the last thing in my 5-minute makeup look is quick little lip gloss. So this one's called Sahara, like the Sahara Desert. And it's this really pretty kind of like darker pink with little like gold speckles in it. Again, I don't know the science behind how they make a lip gloss and the eye gel with like little sparkly things in it, but they figure out a way, and that's what they do. So that is my super quick 5-minute makeup look. I'm gonna do a couple more quick things here because I have the time today. I have nowhere to be. I'm just doing this for you guys, and I'm gonna be recording a few other videos, so let's go crazy. I am gonna put on a bit of this bronzer that I have out here, and honestly, this extra stuff I'm doing is probably only gonna take like a minute in real lifetime. Because you guys know this stuff is like edited and chopped and whatnot. Again, I'm still pressing this into the skin. There's a hair on it, like not one that belongs in here. Got the bronzer covered, and I feel much more defined now. And so the very last thing I'm actually going to do because I recently fell in love with this, is Tinted Brow Cream. Again, also from Arbonne, and this is the light to medium shade, so I'm guessing that's what my other brow pencil is too, actually. And the reason I'm using this is because I feel like it really fills in this gap in the middle that is like still there even though I colored over that. Yeah, I just feel like it really, really helps with that. And the other thing that I kind of enjoy is, you know, the feeling of like when you use hairspray and you know your hair is gonna stay there and it's not gonna move. That's what this makes my brows feel like. It's like, okay, my brows aren't just gonna randomly move and then someone's gonna see the big fat gap of hair in my eyebrows. It's not gonna happen. So that's why I like it. Some people just use this by itself. Some people combine them like I do. We got all the options here. Look at that. I feel like it almost works like mascara for the brows. And it's an appropriate color for the brows too. Because, you know, black brows with purple and blonde hair might not look so natural. Because the natural look is really what I'm going for here with purple hair. Just kidding. That's a lie. So, I went a little crazy with the definition on my left side here, trying to fix it, so we're just gonna call this good for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I would love to hear from you down below in the comments. Just let me know what you liked, what you enjoyed, and let's just have a conversation. Also, if you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button. It really, really helps my channel, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video.